How you doing there, folks? Danny Boy here. I just realized I hit 350 subscribers. I want to thank you all for your support. And, of course, I will endeavor to do my very best for you moral and ethical people in the future. Now, we're going to look at some of the crap that I've been through. Just because, it's about time my story started getting out there. Specifically, we're going to deal with what I went through in some of my court proceedings. Now, you can see from the picture here, this is Ontario e-laws, which is the laws on the books for Ontario. You can see the current consolidation date is June 18th, 2013. So this is current consolidated law. Now we're going to get to Section C here, and we're going to scroll on down to the Courts of Justice Act. The Courts of Justice Act, by the way, is a law that dictates and mandates how the courts are to operate and the laws that are in effect while in court or proceedings are happening. Now, Section 136.1 says subjects to Sections 2 and 3, no person shall, and then it says that, make an audio recording, a motion picture, take a photograph, or other record capable of producing visual or oral representations by electronic means, or otherwise. Now remember, this section of the law is subject to subsections 2 and 3. Now under Section 2B, you will see that nothing in subsection 1 prohibits a lawyer or a party acting in person, which I was, or a journalist from unobtrusively making an audio recording at a court hearing in the manner that has been approved by the judge for the sole purpose of supplementing or replacing handwritten notes. So, you have the right to record proceedings in the courts of Ontario. The only thing that the courts can dictate is the manner in which you record. They may not like the recording device that you choose. So my advice to you is to bring, 2 or 3 different devices with you so that the judges don't have, or the justices of the peace for that matter, don't have a leg to stand on when they try and refute you invoking your rights. And by the way, folks, always say invoke your rights. Never ask these damn courts, these corrupt courts, to honor your rights. Invoke them. Let them know you mean business. So, now down at number 4 here, subsection 4, you can see what the penalty is. And they're liable on conviction to a fine not more than $25,000 or imprisonment of 6 or imprisonment not more than 6 months or both. Now, here is the response letter to my complaints, the first response letter to my complaints regarding Justices of the Peace, Wendy Casey, Devellano, and Ross. Now you'll notice they use the term worship in their response letter, that they acknowledged my complaint. Unfortunately, when members of the judiciary break the law and are not held accountable, they are not to be known as your worship. They are to be known as you're worthless in my books, because they really are worthless. They're not upholding the rule of law. They're breaking the rule of law to help ensure that corruption is rampant in the court systems here in Ontario. So there you have it, folks, just a small snapshot of some of the grief that I've been through and some of the crimes that have been committed against me. Now, these are just 3 members of the judiciary that I complained against, and there are many more, but really, when you complain against these members, these cretins who hold sway over your life in these corrupt courts here in Ontario, they have a vested interest in denying, their crimes. They like to keep the illusion up that they are acting lawfully and equally, and they put on a good veneer that they are just, but really what they are is corrupt. So there you have it, folks. Just a small snapshot of the crimes committed against me by members of the law or of the legal community here in Ontario. By the way, they all work down at the John Sapinka Courthouse, so if you're ever down in the area there and you need a little hand, don't ever be afraid to call on me. I have no problems going in there and making sure that the laws are adhered to. Thanks for your time there, folks. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Danny Boy out.